Welcome guys to another ProfileTree video. So today we're going to be going through the best business website builders. Now of course it can be a little bit overwhelming to choose that right one. So hopefully you could use this video as a guide to help you pick out the best website builder for you. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. So choosing a website builder. So of course when you're comparing website builders, there's a few things to consider for the goal of your website. So I've listed a couple of key points there. So for those looking a simple yet attractive basic site, should look into a website builder that has an easy to use interface, well-designed templates, and also have a look out for any drag and drop features. The great thing about this is you don't have to be too technical in order to build your website, and it also skips the use of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So these are all the coding languages, of course, and it can be completely skipped if you use this. Now, if your end goal is to have a sleek, professional online store, so the business stores that we're trying to create, then you would want to look into a e-commerce tailored website such as Spotify. Of course, there are other ones such as Wix as well, who offers e-commerce websites, even GoDaddy or Squarespace, and of course Shopify is one of the bigger ones as well. So for those as well who are more knowledgeable within the digital industry, such as URL redirect services, file managers, FTP managers, and MIME types, having these features allow you to have a complete control over the internal structure of your site, so as well as the web pages and content. So have a look out for those as well, for those who are more knowledgeable, and for those as well that are looking for software and scripts, make sure you have a look out for the website builders with PERL support and website backup support. Now, we'll go ahead and look into the key features for your website builder. So these are preferably some of the things that you may want to look into before purchasing a plan. Now, here's some of the listings as well that I've got. And as well as that, make sure that you explore these website builders, as there might be some hidden features as well, which may be great for your website. So anyway, be sure to explore the key features of each website builder. So of course, for my first one there, I've got mobile compatibility. Now, every single website builder should have mobile compatibility, if not even tablet compatibility. But of course, I've only listed that here. It is very important to have. Of course, you want to make sure that as well as your desktop version website is responsive, you have to also make sure that the mobile version is responsive as well. So many people browse the web. Mobile compatibility is very important, as most of your visitors use mobile devices to look for websites. Luckily, most website builders have this embedded, and even create a mobile version for you once you've made your desktop version of the website. So what I'm meaning by that, of course, is if you have a desktop version and you're creating it, building your website from the scratch up, it does change the mobile version as well, which is great. So that means you don't have to look into changing that about, or there may be some temporary fixes. Anyway, moving on, we've got hosting and domains. So when building a website, there's two other components needed other than design: a website host and domain name. So this is URL to navigate to your site. Many website builders offer all three services. If you already own a domain name and want to use a different website builder, you'll have to migrate your own domain to the new platform. So an example of this is that if you have a domain name within GoDaddy, then you would have to transfer that over to Wix for the new platform. Now, of course, as well, our next point there, we've got pictures and video storage. So when you're creating a website, you have to consider this as well. Website builders make it easy to upload pictures and video. Most even offer free non-copyright images and videos. Now, the key one there is the storage capabilities. You got to make sure that you're balancing your website. So if you have too many videos or too many video storage, you might have to look at other plans, as it may not be compatible with the cheaper option. Next is a business email. Now, of course, it's very professional to have a business email. Most website builders come with the ability to create an email address with your domain name. However, some website builders charge extra to have this feature. So this is why it's important to make sure you pick the right plan. Now, our next one there is SEO analytics. So most use Google Analytics to assess traffic, but most website builders come with their own form of traffic analysis that's easier to follow for people. If you're actively trying to develop your SEO, then you may find yourself needing to invest in a specific software. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll look at some of the website builders for e-commerce websites. Now, of course, this would be the business that we're looking for, some of the business websites. Now, first of all there, what I have is Wix. So Wix Editor is a powerful website builder without being too overwhelming. It comes with plenty of templates, great customer support, and I've stated there that it would be a top choice for beginners or even pro web builders. Now, there are a lot of things that are available for Wix, but we'll look into that later on. Next up is Squarespace, and it is one of the popular and best website builders. Has a load of useful features that can be handy for the user. It can take a while to learn in terms of location of menus and features, but this builder is a cross between drag and drop and point and click editor. So that's just something to note for website building, especially if you are in a rush, then you may want to consider a different platform. But other than that, we'll move on. GoDaddy is great for first timers. It requires zero technical skills, so you answer a few questions about what your website is about, and then the purpose of your website as well. Or if you don't want to answer the questions, what you can do is choose a template you like and then go from there. Unfortunately, GoDaddy doesn't offer as many design options, so that's just something to note. And then next we have Jimdo, which helps you create a personalized site with photos, tailored text, as well as other details that fit your industry in 3 minutes. Now, they do offer some, I believe, an e-commerce website. We'll go ahead and look into it anyway, but they are primarily like a regular website builder. Lastly, we have Zero, which is a website builder that has the lowest prices in terms of plans. But of course, there is a catch to this. In order to take advantage of the low cost, you need to agree to a 4-year contract. After that, you'll get a choice of more than 100 free templates to get started. Designs are great and rely on hero sections or images to nail the designs. This is a drag and drop editor and has all the elements you need to build a website. Okay, so now that we've looked into some of the website builders, now of course there are other options out there. These are the 5 that I've chosen. Hopefully it gives you a stepping stone on some of the website builders available to us. Anyway, we're going to now check out what are the pros and cons for each website builder. So we'll go ahead and get started. First of all there, what we want to look at as well is how do we create a website? So before we look at the pros and cons, we'll check out how to create a website first. So we've got our basics there, which is a header, section, and a footer. Now, of course, within the section, you would have a heading or tagline background. Then you would have paragraphs along with a picture or video. You've got your promotional gallery, about, or contact form. And then, of course, with your header there, you've got logo, menu, login, and social media. And pretty much vice versa is occurring for a footer. So it's pretty basic. The only way I could actually demonstrate is by showing you a website builder and showing you some of the different parts. So we'll go ahead and do that. First of all, anyway, what I want to look at is the pros and cons for GoDaddy. So this is the GoDaddy website builder. Of course, the pros of this is that there is a 24/7 customer support. You've got great value for introductory plans. uses an artificial design intelligence platform to create a quick website. Anyway, it does have its cons, even though there are some pros. It has limited app market, very limited customization, and pricey with the add-ons. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and check out the website builder itself. Okay, so as soon as you get onto the GoDaddy website builder, this is what you'll be seeing. So this is the page that you want to be at, and all you need to do is simply select the create your website. And then, of course, it'll ask you a couple of questions. You'll get the screen here, and then from there, you're able to build your website. So since we are creating a business website, for example, we could just say business, and of course, as you can see, there's a couple of different options there. So if I select business, that's what it will create the category for. If we were trying to do a business, we could do a shop. So say food shop. So if we did something to do with food and drink, for example, so that's a business. I'll go ahead and select next. So you can see in the background as well how it's changing. So that's just a random name there. So Goody Foodie. And we'll just select next, and then we'll wait on that to load up. So it's created that website straight away for me. And it'll ask us as well whether we want to take a tour. And you can see how modern it is straight away as well. So we've got pretty much a header on our left side, and something I haven't seen before as well. It looks really good. Of course, you can change it up, modernize it a little bit more, make it a little bit better. But we've got our hero section there, and I can update the image if I want to as well. Change the image to my own, so I can upload images, or I could just select some of the images that they have. And of course, I can add sections as well to this business website. And so if I wanted to add like a testimonial or reviews, so reviews of some of the food here, I can add them in, as you can see. So you can add sections like that, and then you can even connect it to Facebook, which is great. So that's like live reviews that you'll be getting into your website. There's a little bit about the website itself, even a subscribe panel, so a newsletter that you can add, and even a contact form along with a footer. Now, of course, if you don't want to create a website from scratch, you can choose from some of the templates. So we'll go ahead and jump in and take a look at some of the templates available. Okay, so now we're going to look at the GoDaddy templates. Now, as you can see here, there are a couple of online stores available. So if I select the online store, I can go ahead and create a website from there. And then that'll build me an e-commerce website, of course, for a business website. And we could even preview some designs as well. So there's a couple, as you could see. And it even gives us a preview of some of the other ones available, and also how we would style it and pretty much showcase our products. Now, of course, there are, as I said, templates available, and there are the online store templates as well. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some of them. So there's a few there. You can see with the design as well, it's fairly good. And there's something of similar compared to the one that we were creating early on for Goody Foodie. We'll go ahead and preview it and just see how it looks. So we've got our menu item on our left side here, so AccuTouch, and then it even has our area here, and of course you can book online as well. There's a couple of different price lists that you could do, so it looks like it's more of a physical store as well. Nonetheless, it is still a business. So you can't book online by the looks of things. So that's the showcase it was on about. So there's where we could do acupuncture, pain management, yoga therapy, or any of the online herbal consultants. So you can see how modern the website looks. We also have a mobile device as well, so some mobile optimization. And we can go ahead and pretty much select the template and we'd be able to modify it. And of course there are other ones available as well, as you can see, for different stores. So you do get a list of different options in terms of when setting up your business, or if you already are a business owner and you're looking for an online website, then GoDaddy is probably something that you may want to consider, since it is a very fast website builder and you have pretty much everything that you need. So yeah, that pretty much sums up GoDaddy. So we'll go ahead and take a look at another website builder. So next in line, we've got Zyro. So we'll take a look at the pros and cons. For pros, we've got great for beginners, SSL encryption, drag and drop editor, very easy to use. Unfortunately, the cons, you can't switch to another template once you've picked. It has a lack of advanced features, no real-time support for a free plan, and no access to code editing. We'll go ahead and check out the website builder and just see what the benefits are and what some of the disadvantages are as well. Okay guys, so welcome to Zyro. This is the website builder here. So went ahead and selected some of the e-commerce website templates. Now these are of course for the business, and there are other templates that you can choose from as well. And what's great is that the navigation of Zyro is very easy to get around. So as you can see, there's e-commerce there. We've got pretty much a filtered area for a category. And we can also search up some templates if we want to. So if I search up business, I should be able to get something linked towards or close to it. So of course there's a couple of there's even a blank business template, which is great, especially if you want to do your own designs. And so headed back to the e-commerce one, there are a few different options, and they are, as you can see, like they heavily rely on some hero sections to brand the website or to modernize that website. However, it does have a great outcome, so not really much to complain about there. So if we go ahead and preview one of the websites here, as you can see, they've got a shop, so that's pretty much the business there. So and then you're able to select what you want, and then you're able to add that to the bag. But of course, this is disabled due to the preview mode. And what's great about this is what I've noticed is that this is one of the few website builders that I've seen that has optimization for a tablet as well as the phone. So of course, what's normal is the desktop and the phone. And you can see how responsive the website actually is when in line with the tablet optimization, mobile and desktop. And we could pretty much just choose what template we want to use, or as I said, use a blank template. So overall, top marks to Zyro. Of course, then again, there are a few disadvantages to using Zyro, but you'd probably experience that throughout the website builder. Of course, there are some disadvantages, of course, to using website builders, but it's not really a drastic a con. So yes, I would recommend to use Zyro if you have the chance as a business owner. So moving on, we'll go ahead and take a look at another website builder. Next we have Squarespace. So with Squarespace, of course, there are some pros and there also is some cons. So the pros is that it has modern, stunning website designs, which I can agree on. It's got a user-friendly editor, has a good number of apps for added functionality to the site, AMP formatting, limited availability, labels for e-commerce. Now, the only issue is it lacks the customization freedom, so designs can vary. It is fairly expensive for what it is compared with the plans. It is a little bit dear. and then you also have limited customer support. Anyway, we'll go ahead and take a look at Squarespace, the Squarespace website builder. So guys, this is the Squarespace website builder. As you can see, navigation is a lot better now, as you can see. Now, there were a couple of glitches from previous videos that I've created, but luckily now they have added the build your own template back up here. So as you can see around here, they have got the pretty much the template area for the different designs. So there's the different variations with the templates, as I've said. So we'll take a look at the business stuff. So there's local business, and there's a couple of templates that you can choose from there. So they are very good with their designs, as you can see, and they are very modern and just a lot of touch to it as well. We'll use one as an example, so we'll preview the Lexington one. And as you could previously see as well, that if you're not happy with any of the templates available to you, by all means, you can use the blank templates. So it's easy to navigate around, and like the other one with Zyro, there are 3 different optimizations. As you can see, there's a mobile one, a tablet, and a desktop one. So if I go ahead and click back, we'll have a look at some of the other ones. So as you can see, there are just a lot of different designs, so it's entirely up to you depending on what one you choose, especially for your website. And there are other options there, and we'll go ahead and select the template one anyway. So this is what you're meant to get for your screen. For a wee while there, you weren't able to select a blank template for some reason, and you had to open up a separate link, but luckily now it's all good. So go ahead and check it out. So we'll wait for this to load. So once that screen's loaded up, this is what you're going to get. Of course, you've got your screen here, and it'll say, what is your title called? So we'll just go with what we had earlier on, which is Goody Foodie. And I'm going to go ahead and select next. You can even see a progression bar at the bottom. So now it'll ask us for the home page. So there's a couple of different designs that we can choose from, or like featured selling as well. So that's some of the parts that we may want to add. Let's just say we'll go for something modern on the top, and then we'll have like that little swivel on the bottom. Then we could choose to add an about if we wanted to, so a little bit about our brand. And then we could even add some social if we wanted to, so tying in with the rest of the site. And then with the forms, I can have a contact form, as you can see on the bottom there. And what other website builders don't offer, which is what I see in Squarespace, which is great, is that they have a footer design. So you can choose a option there for it. I'll probably go for this one. And then the next one was for the pages. So of course, it'll ask us whether we want to add a couple of other pages. So we could do a shop and services, and then select next. Then we can choose our color palette. Now there are different options there. There's a brighter color or the monochromatic one. We'll select that one as it ties in. And then lastly, it will go for a font. So we could do like a font for Omnis Pro, Gopher or Goofer, Work Sans, Halyard display, and yeah, so that looks okay for my website. I'm happy enough with how it looks, and then all you need to do is select finish. You can see how very well built and very well designed Squarespace is. And that's probably one of the reasons as well why the pricing is a little bit more expensive on it. So we'll wait for that to load. So once that all loads up, then it'll ask us, welcome you to the site. So this is our title, which is Goody Footy. And I'm going to go ahead and continue, and it'll give us just a little tutorial on how we can edit some pages, how we can create pages as well, and how we can style our website. Now, this is what the website looks like. As you can see, it is very, very nice, well laid out already. And of course, we would probably have to just do a little bit of modification towards the site itself. So as it states, we can go ahead and select edit. And this is when we can start moving things about. And so it's like a drag and drop sort of tool as well, which is great. So if I wanted to grab and move this text, there's a couple of squares at the background, and that keeps me in line of where I need to add my text box or element. And of course we have that background there, which is the scrolling part. And then we could check out the site styles as well, as is stated. And this is where we can add some animations. This is where we can also add some fonts, colors, spacing, even buttons. So there's a couple of buttons there. Well, we don't need to look at that. And yeah, it's pretty much just a very, very easy website builder. So overall, it gets top marks from me. I would recommend to use Squarespace, especially if you want to get a little bit creative with, as well. There are chances to get creative. The only issue is that it's not really fully customizable. However, you are getting what you're paying for as well, since it is very, very functional. You've got everything you need, and it looks like a modern built website. And it even looks like it's been coded as well, since you've got your scroller here at the background. Anyway, we'll go ahead and move on to the next website builder. So coming up next, we've got Wix, and we are now going to talk about the pros and cons. So with the pros, it has a huge list of templates, has a very versatile editor, has great documentation and support, offers a free version to test the service. However, the cons are it can be confusing for the amount of editors. There's basic SEO features, designs aren't responsive or as responsive, and you can't switch templates once you've picked. So there are a couple of issues there, as you can see, but overall, the best way we could explain this is by actually looking at the website builder itself. So we'll go ahead and hop onto the site. So when you're signing in, of course you can sign up or log in. Since we already have an account with Wix, I'm just going to proceed to log in. So once you've logged in, of course, you'll have this screen. But for those who are signing up first time, this is the screen that you'll be getting. It will ask us what platform we want to use, which is either Wix or Editor X. So they're completely two different platforms. I'm just going to select Wix. Editor X is a little bit more complex, but it's still a great platform to use. So if we're looking for business, as you can see, there are a couple of different options. It actually lists out the different options, which is great. And it even gives you all the alternatives for you to pick from as well. So say we are creating a food business though, so something to do with food. And let's just say food shop. It should give us a couple of different ones. So there's one for a food shop, and we'll go ahead and select next. And I'm just gonna go Goody Footy. Okay, and select next. Now, it'll ask us what parts that we want to add to the website. Now, of course, this is just to do with the features, so you can add them in if you want to. There's a couple of different options there. I'll just let you guys work away at that. Next one here will ask us again what platform we want to use. So Of course, we would like to create our website with the Wix editor, but there are two other options there, which is Editor X and Wix ADI. Wix ADI basically performs the same way as the GoDaddy website builder. Pretty much just asks you a couple of questions and it builds the site for you. Editor X is a more complex platform to use. You would primarily be better to use Wix Editor to advance your knowledge with it, then move on to Editor X. As Editor X will tend to be a little bit more confusing for first-time users, or of course, if you're a professional, then you would probably know what you would be doing around Editor X. So I always recommend to use Wix Editor for everyone. And the pricing point between the two is actually quite a big jump as well. So as soon as I hit a food template, there are different options there. We've got one for a cookie shop, we've got one for online grocery store, we've got one for a food shop, cupcake shop, donut shop, just a list of different options there. And it goes all the way up to 6 pages. So depending on what template you're needing, by all means, you could pick the ones there. And on top of that, especially if you're running a different business, there are other ones there. So like consulting and coaching, services and maintenance, real estate, pretty much you've got online stores there as well. So the choices are pretty much endless. That's what's great about Wix, is that it gives you more options than most website builders, but doesn't mean that there are all pros on this. There are cons as well. And if you don't want to use any of the templates, you could use the blank templates themselves. And there's ones there with different layouts as well, with different placeholders. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about Wix. It is a very easy to navigate website builder, and you'll pretty much get the hang of it once you start creating your first website. So we'll move on to our last website builder. And our last website builder is Jimdo. So we'll go through the pros and cons. So we've got a free image library. You can create a custom website within 3 minutes. You've got personal website assistance as well. It's extremely easy to use. Unfortunately, there is no blog functionality, no app store to add or enhance functionality to the site. You have no backup for the site as well, and you've got template restrictions. So that's some of the pros and cons. Anyway, we'll go ahead and have a look at the website builder itself. Now, once you've selected Jimdo, this is the main page that you're going to be going through. So of course we're going to go sign up with Google here. And of course we have created a previous website there. So Jimdo is a little bit more different. It actually gives you an option for coding, and as well as that, you can also create a website without coding. So we'll go through the one with the no coding there. And then it'll ask you pretty much a step-on-step for the different for just a couple of questions. So you get a progress bar at the bottom as well. So who are you creating a website for? So it's either a single individual or a group of people. Now, since we are a business, we're going to do a group of people. Now, it could be a personal project event. It could be a project or hobby. Something that it could turn into a business or a new business or our established business. We'll just say that we are an established business, and then we'll just say goodie, foodie, and we'll select next. And it even states that there is already a store in Belgium named Goodie Foodie. But of course, if you don't see your profile, you can continue without. And then our category business is a food shop. So if we don't have anything of that name, you could try to choose something as close. So you could do, let's just see, we can skip this step if we need to. So we would be promoting a physical business and we're selling online. We are self-made for the products, my own physical store, social media, online marketplace, craft fairs. So pretty much just choose a couple of different ones there. So local customers only, local pickup only. And of course, if you have a Facebook or Instagram, that's great. You can add your social media pictures in, but of course, if you don't, you can skip this step. Now, what is our website about? We'll just say we are about food products. So we'll just do that. And it even says, do you plan to sell goods with multiple tax rates? We'll just say, I don't know yet. And you get 6 different options, which is modern, minimal, fresh, dark, natural, and elegant. I'm just going to go ahead and select elegant and choose the color palette on the top left there. Now it'll give you 2 different layout options there. So you could pick this website or this website. So both fairly modern, simplistic as well. And it just gets you right to the point, especially if you're more into a rush of creating a website or not. Now, there are a list of different domains as well that it gives us straight away. So there's Goody Foodie UK. So that's the only one in the UK. And I can go ahead and choose to get it now. And then after that, it'll just pretty much show you the different options there for your pricing points. But for the meantime, what we're going to do is we'll just go straight into the website and we'll just explore what the actual website looks like. So it does it pretty fast, as you can see. And we'll just add that later. So that is how our website looks, nice and clean, and gives us pretty much everything we need to do. And we also have some designs. We've got pages here, so we can add new pages easily. And we can add a block or a section, as you could see, easy enough to do so. And we even have like different parts there, as you can see, music, menu, bookings, everything that you need is pretty much here. We can add our team and it'll just add that block there straight away. So yeah, that is pretty much Jimdo. It's pretty much as similar as the other website builders, of course, each to their own. And of course, you can access your account through here. So it's pretty much just a very, very easy website builder. Not much else to it. I would pretty much recommend to use Jimdo as well if you're creating an e-commerce website. But yes, guys, that is pretty much it for the video. I do hope that it's given you some guidance to creating a business website. Of course, as I said, there are other different website builders out there, but hopefully that this is a stepping stone to creating your first website, or even trying to move to a different website builder. Anyway, guys, of course, if I have missed anything, or there's something else you want me to cover, please do let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much.